Stop shopping for homes before you know one number, your 2026 FHA loan limit by county. Because if the home price pushes your loan amount over the FHA limit, it may not work unless you bring more money down. Today, I'll show you exactly how this works. Hi, I'm John Thomas with Primary Residential Mortgage. If you're planning to buy a home with an FHA loan in 2026, this is one of the most important updates you need. In this video, I'll explain what FHA loan limits are, how FHA sets them, the 2026 national floor and ceiling, how limits change by county, and how to look up your exact county limit on HUD's website. So let's get into it. What are FHA loan limits? FHA loan limits are the maximum loan amounts the FHA will insure in a specific area for a specific property type. The limits are designed to do three things. Number one, keep FHA focused on typical home buyers, not luxury homes. Two, protect the FHA insurance fund from excessive risk. And three, adjust as home prices change over time. Here's the key point. The FHA loan limit is not the same thing as the home price. It's the maximum loan amount. You can sometimes buy a home priced above the FHA limit, but only if you put down enough money so the loan amount stays within the limit. Why FHA loan limits change? Every year, FHA loan limits are tied to something called the conforming loan limit. That's the limit set by the FHFA each year for Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac. When conforming limits change, FHA loan limits move up with them. For 2026, the conforming baseline limit for a one-unit home is $832,750. And the high-cost conforming limit for a one-unit home is $1,249,125. That matters because the FHA uses those numbers to set the national boundaries. FHA loan limits 2026 explain floor versus ceiling. FHA uses a floor and a ceiling system. The lower cost areas, there's a minimum amount called the floor. The floor is set at about 65% of the conforming baseline. In high cost areas, there's a maximum limit called the ceiling. That ceiling is capped at 150% of the conforming baseline. The FHFA sets county limits in between based on local median home prices. That's why you always hear this phrase, FHA loan limits vary by county. FHA loan limits, national boundaries, 1 to 4 units. Now let's go through the numbers. These are the 2026 FHA loan limit national boundaries for the continental United States. For a one-unit home like a standard single-family home, the floor is about $541,287, and the high-cost ceiling is $1,249,125. For a two-unit, like a duplex, the floor is $693,050, and the ceiling is $1,599,375. For a three-unit home, the floor is about $837,700, and the ceiling is $1,933,200. For a four-unit home, the floor is $1,041,125. The ceiling is $2,402,625. Yes, FHA can be used for 2, 3, and 4-unit properties as long as it is your primary residence and the property meets FHA standards. Special exception areas, Alaska, Hawaii, Guam, and the U.S. Virgin Islands. If you're buying in Alaska, Hawaii, Guam, or the U.S. Virgin Islands, there are special exception limits. For the 2026, the one-unit special ceiling can go as high as $1,875,625. If you're in one of those areas, make sure you're looking at the special exception limits inside HUD's lookup tool. 2026 versus 2025 FHA loan limits, what's changed? Here's what's changed from 2025 to 2026. In 2025, the one-unit floor was only $524,225, and the one-unit ceiling was $1,209,000. In 2026, the one-unit FHA floor is about $549,287, and the one-unit FHA ceiling is $1,249,125. So limits increased on both ends. That gives buyers more flexibility, especially in counties where prices climbed. What these limits mean for your home prices, the 3.5% down example. Now let's translate loan into home prices. With a credit score of 580 or above, FHA allows a minimum down payment of 3.5%. That means FHA is finding 96.5% of the purchase price. So in lower cost areas, the maximum one-unit FHA loan is $549,287. So rough home price minimum down is about $560,900. In a high cost area, the one unit FHA loan is $1,249,125. A rough home price with a minimum down is around 1.9 million. Two reminders. One of those are examples. Your payment depends on interest rate, taxes, insurance, and homeowner association. And two, FHA doesn't approve everyone up to the limit. You still have to qualify based on debt to income and credit. Who benefits from the higher FHA loan limits in 2026? Higher FHA loan limits tend to help first-time home buyers in counties where starter homes now cost more, move-up buyers who need FHA's flexible guidelines, buyers who had past credit issues and need an FHA option, and buyers using down payment assistance because FHA often pairs well with assistance programs. In high-cost areas, higher limits can also help buyers avoid jumbo loan rules, which are often stricter and may require more cash reserves. FHA rules still matter for credit, DTI, and the property. Now let's talk about the rules that still matter because the loan limit is only one piece. Credit score, if your score is 580 or higher, you can do 3.5% down. If your score is between 500 and 580, you typically need 10% down and a stronger overall profile. Some lenders also have strict overlays to debt to income ratios. FHA often targets around 43%, but some lenders can go higher like us. In some cases, it can be approved if you have strong compensating factors. Let's look at the property rules. FHA allows for 1 to 4 units. The home must be your primary residence and must pass an FHA appraisal and standards. And remember, the loan amount must be within your FHA county limit based on the number of units. How to look up your FHA limit by county using the HUD tool. Here's how you look up the right way. You use HUD's official FHA mortgage limits lookup tool. You select your state, select your county, choose the year, and confirm it's set to 2026. That will show you your exact FHA loan limits for a 1 unit through a 4 unit based on your county of your choice. If you like this, subscribe, like. Here's the bottom line. FHA loan limits increase to 2026 and your exact limit depends on your county and the number of units. If you want to help figuring out what this means for you, my team and I can run a quick FHA limit and payment review. We'll confirm your county limit, estimate a realistic payment range, and help you choose the best programs for your situation. If you found this helpful, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss future updates on FHA, VA, conventional, and down payment assistance program. Thanks for watching. I'm John Thomas with Prime Residential Mortgage. Would love to help you with your next mortgage, 302-703-0727. Have an amazing day.